Let's go! Welcome into Sports Saturday right here on 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan, the Odyssey app, YouTube, and Twitch for the kids. I am Joe Fisher III. Across the faux marble table, as always, Rashad Andre 3000 Taylor.
What up, though? Not my middle name.
Is it Andre?
It is not Andre.
No, that's disappointing. And then across the glass, Jordan Schultz. How we doing this Saturday morning, gentlemen?
Is it spring yet?
Yeah.
I mean,
Dang.
with spring adjacent.
I believe there's like 8 seasons in Oregon. I don't know if you've seen or read this somewhere. Maybe it might even be 10. But there's
No,
Fall,
it's
late fall.
yeah, fall,
Fall-
spring. It's the 12 seasons of
fall,
Oregon actually.
late fall, cold as hell.
It's like the 20
rainy and
meals.
cold,
Okay.
windy and cold and
The
rain.
Hobbits eat Lord of the Rings.
Random snow in March.
You're kind of getting there. I have it listed here. There is the 12 seasons of Oregon that someone has come up with, and this is from calendar year, January to December, right? Winter, Fool's Spring, Second Winter,
Yep.
Spring of Deception, which I feel like that's what we're in right now.
That's
maybe.
what happened. That's what happened yesterday, or
I
not
think-
yesterday, or what was it? Thursday.
I mean, yesterday was nice. I
Yeah.
got 9 holes in yesterday.
Dude, early February, it was almost 60 degrees out.
That's true.
I
That
feel like we've been in like a weird spring. Like
I think that
that's-
was Fool's Spring that we were in.
Why
So,
you still said we're in full spring. We've been in full spring now for like a month.
winter, Fool's Spring, Second Winter, Spring of Deception. Then there's Third Winter.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
the pollinating.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, that is a season. And then actual spring, summer, Hell's Front Porch, Fall's Fall, Second Summer, actual fall. Those are the 12 seasons of Oregon.
That pretty much.
That tracks.
Yeah, that's good. We have the
I
most
think we are-
schizophrenic weather that I've ever. Like, I mean, seriously, there's no places that can go from extreme hot. Like yesterday, I can't remember if it was yesterday or Thursday. The days all kind of meld together at this point. But I remember a buddy talking about, man, I'm about to put something on the grill. I'm like, bro, we don't need much here in Portland to start breaking out the grill and
Oh, buddy,
everything like that.
seriously.
Like, we'll do it in the winter. Like, we got people that
I
will
was
do
gonna
it.
say, like,
If you have a
50
smoker, you got a
degrees.
Traeger, you got something like that. Like, you're smoking stuff.
we're
literally
year-round grilling.
all
okay?
year and everything.
I
but
smelled that last night in the neighborhood.
but it's seriously the minute that sun comes out and you see a little bit of blue sky, it's like, oh, guess I'll break out the charcoal today and see what's going on. Like, there are certain days that, and we'll be real, you can always put something on the grill here in Oregon, in Portland, but it's not always charcoal, right? Like, for me, like, the sun comes out, I'm breaking out the charcoal.
Yeah, see, I feel like charcoal grill, that is, you can't be
That's
busting out the charcoal grill in like
And-
February when it's
takes
raining.
way
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah, it's like, what do we do? That's a
Unless
that's
you got
pro-
a nice little covered area that you can
yeah,
use.
that's a
Other than that,
propane
like,
job, all right?
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, the last time I grilled, I had quite the dripping burn, grease burn going on in my grill, and it just made me realize like I got to clean my grill
Yeah.
at some point before
Which
the
is
weather.
never fun.
Oh, dude, it is that's a 2 to 3 hour task. It's dirty, it's grimy, it's greasy.
Especially if you don't do it for years leading up to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think I do it once a year. Basically, like around this time of year, spring, spring of deception is when I end up doing the grill cleaning to get it ready for summertime.
Yeah. See, I've always been lucky enough to have like a covered area, so I can use charcoal throughout the year and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah, so I try to clean the grill.
You have like a carport kind of thing situation?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So I
Gotta
have
get
one
an
of those,
inflatable
or
hot tub next
even
to
on
that
the
grill,
the
sir.
back port, the back area. There's just like a little, just big
Yeah.
enough right there to put something, and your joint won't get wet. But yeah, so I have like one of the big ass like barrel grills. Like, I mean, those things are, not an old school one. I
Like
would love one of those.
Like out of a gas drum, like an oil drum.
No, nothing like that.
Repurposed.
Nothing like that. But just kind of a bigger joint, just to put some.
Big circular one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
those have always been super dope to me.
I thought you had the China box or the Kaija box.
I you know what? After all these years, I still haven't pulled the trigger and bought the La Caja.
La Kaja box.
Yeah, La
or
Caja
whatever.
box. But yeah, that's one of those things, man. I'm gonna buy it, but every time I like get ready to, I'm just like, I can get that, but there's also this really
Isn't it
cool
like
thing.
$1,000?
No, it's like $400.
I don't know about that.
No,
La
yeah, for real.
Kaja box.
Yeah, it's like $400.
It's accessible. It's less than a Traeger.
Yeah.
I'm seeing
Traegers are like $700-800
Okay, yeah, La Caja China roasting box, $400. Yeah,
All right.
So you know,
portable pig roaster.
man, I'm telling you, I've used
No.
it. I've used it twice, and the first time we did a whole pig in there, which chef's kiss, man. Like, I mean, I know and I think we've all talked about it. We all love Hawaiian food here, right?
Yes, sir. Had some
And so-
last week,
Really?
last Sunday.
I asked my wife. if she
Went
likes
to
Hawaiian-
808.
Yeah, I asked my wife if she likes Hawaiian food. She says it's okay. You know, anytime anybody tells you it's okay, it's like
That means
probably not something
yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
a
have
nice no.
together. Yeah, and that's exactly. It's a very, very nice no. You know, at that point. But man, I'm talking the crispiest skin that you've ever had. All the every part of the pig, which is the most edible animal ever on Earth.
Pig?
Oh man, what can't you do with it?
Yeah, I would say, between the big three, the chicken, the pork, the beef,
Let's be real.
I
I
fried
think-
chicken skin.
I think
I think about this.
Like just
sausage,
the skin.
just off-brand stuff. Sausage,
Yeah.
like
uh,
chicken sausage is cool, right?
No.
You know,
It ain't the
That's-
same
It's cool.
as pork
Turkey
sausage.
is cool.
Turkey sausage sucks.
You
Turkey
know.
bacon was the worst invention of all time.
Bacon, right?
Bacon.
Beef bacon exists, which is really good. I'm not sure if y'all have ever indulged in some beef bacon.
I've not had beef bacon before.
Very, very good. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no damn pork bacon. So just off those things along, pork chops, some type of roast or whatever, ribs. Just keep
Pulled
going.
pork.
Pork
Pulled
shoulder.
pork
Yeah, pulled
shoulder.
pork, yeah.
If
Burn
you,
ends.
if you
pork
really
butt.
one of my favorite, Mexican dishes or tacos, like the cheek and everything like that, man. So there are so many.
Well, they
things.
have beef cheeks. Beef cheeks are good.
Beef cheeks are good as well, but just cracklins, right?
What
pork
is the-
cracklins and pork rinds. Like
Yeah.
there's so many different things. Like it's the most edible. Let's listen. If you're me, and there's a lot of people out there that understand, man. And I understand neither of y'all never had these, but pig feet are a delicacy,
I've not had
and
pig
a
feet.
lot of the South and other places. And so I have. They're really fatty. There is some meat in there, but
They're also feet.
they're also feet. Like,
Ew.
Let's not bury
yeah.
the lead here.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
well,
they're-
a little
you can
fatty, a
chew.
little
They're also
bristly
feet.
sometimes.
They're-
Also,
yeah.
you're eating feet.
Yeah.
They
so-
eat dogs in some countries,
Yeah.
okay? Like we don't have to take every part of the animal.
No, but I mean, not terrible, but I also
Oh, you've had
understand
the
why-
feet.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro.
He's a,
Yeah, my
he's
grandparents-
a foot freak.
My grandparents are from Coffeyville,
Sucking on
Kansas,
them
man.
toes.
Like
I've
it was
seen
one
it.
of those things, man. Like pig feet, and if you go to a lot of like soul food restaurants down south and stuff like that, they are on the menu, and
Hey.
people like them. And like I'll be real, like I don't think they're bad. If somebody was like, I'm making pig feet, I was like, I'll take some.
Well, sounds disgusting.
Again, it's not. It's one of those acquired tastes. Again, going further with the pig, chitlins. Again, something y'all have never had, and I totally understand why.
What are those again? Are those like
innards.
Those the
yeah.
innards, yeah, the intestines and everything. Now
Come
they have to be
on.
they have to be cleaned like 14 times and everything.
See, yeah,
which,
I'm out on that. If
listen,
I have to clean my meat,
my-
it's not
whoa,
happening.
Yeah,
What?
but no, listen.
Mark that.
Growing up, my grandmother would make chitlins for. Now they're pronounced chitterlings, just so we're clear.
I do see that here. Creole
Yeah.
chitterlings
Okay.
recipe. How about
Yeah,
that?
and so, but chitlins is really how you say them. But your house smells like death for
But you're not selling
4 days. No,
this
seriously.
at
make it
all.
outside.
I'm not trying to sell it to anybody. That's. Let's be very clear. I'm not trying to sell chitlins to anybody. If you like them, then you're like, man, chitlins is good as hell. But if you
This
don't like
segment-
them, you're like, that's the most rancid thing I've ever smelled or tasted. And like I said, once they come out, they're like this weird. It's a weird consistency. But
It-
again, like if somebody made them correctly, I would probably taste a small helping of chitlins.
Big chitlin. Not happy with this segment.
Hey man, like I understand.
The big chitlin industry out there is not happy with how
Oh,
you're
trust me,
selling
they're
this.
fine. They sell out all the time, y'all.
Gross.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, there was a whole like chitlin shortage. Like I want to say 2 years ago, and people
Kale and chitlins.
seriously, people couldn't find them, and like you usually get them from like your meat markets and stuff like that, and people couldn't find them. They were freaking out a little bit.
I mean, the people that go the extra mile, like on Thanksgiving, they get the turkey. Usually comes stuffed with the chitlins in like a little bag.
Yeah,
Some
and it's-
people cook them.
The
It's
neck.
well, no, I mean, and
Yeah,
it's a
oh,
one-time
God, yeah.
thing. Oh yeah, the turkey neck is essential, for like making gravy
Flavor,
or
yeah.
making anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the turkey necks, all that little bag of stuff that y'all get, and the turkey, yeah, all that gets used.
Well, what is the GOAT elite meat out there? Is it chicken? Is it pork?
If
Is
you
it
don't-
beef?
It's
if
gotta
you're
be
if you're
beef.
Muslim or Jewish, then you're probably not going to say.
Yeah,
the
see,
pig.
that's kinda-
You know what I
it
mean?
does
So
come down
it's
to
kind of
it.
one of those things. It becomes a religious thing for a lot of folks.
Do we have a big Muslim listening audience? I'm curious out there.
We got a couple.
503-864-6226. 1, are you Muslim? 2, what is the best meat out there?
Okay.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know the demographics of our listening audience.
I mean, I would
Do
say,
we have a Jewish guy out there listening? Is Mike Lynch listening?
like I said, like some
think
Hopefully.
countries eat
I don't think he
dog,
listens.
some eat goat. There's just multiple. I don't know.
yeah.
Once you stop doing a morning show, if you're Lynch, I'm pretty sure you're not listening anymore. I'm sleeping in
I
at that
think
point.
he's- Yeah.
I'm waking up at 10 o'clock
good.
on a Saturday or Sunday now.
P1.
503-864-6326. What is the elite meat? Is it chicken? Is it pork? Is it beef?
I'm going pork all day. You can't eat it every day, but I'm going pork all
Have
day.
you guys ever had like alligator?
I've not
Yes.
had gator before, no.
Yes.
Kind of like chicken, but like alligator nuggets at like a good southern place.
You should
Yeah.
try, like Montage used to have the restaurant. They now just have the cart, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So go to Montage, pick up some gator nuggets, and just see if you like it or not. You know, it's kind of, everybody says like chicken. You
It's
know,
chewy.
It's, a little, you
It's
know.
gamier
It's
than
ga-
chicken.
I was gonna
but
say
it
it's
tastes
kind
like
of
chicken.
gamey, but
Yeah.
it's not bad. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, if you like elk, I think you'd like
Ooh.
any of those kinds of like alligator or that kind of.
I'm going to add in a fourth category into this elite meat, and
Let's hear
it's
it.
going to be kind of a an umbrella word for it, seafood, because someone texted in
Oh,
beef and salmon.
Oh,
As
See,
their
that's
elite meats.
ooh, a
And
fresh
again, there's so
caught
many.
salmon.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
many different types of seafood and fish out there that I will just give it its own category here. Also,
kind of wins.
I had like shrimp a couple weeks ago, like some sort of shrimp-based dish, and I don't know if it was that specific shrimp or what, but I was just like, man, I thought I liked shrimp a lot more than this, but I'm not really feeling it right now.
Yeah, I think I mean,
It's not doing it for me.
shrimp is great, but I think as you get older, you start seeing there are a lot of other good seafoods, you know, besides shrimp, like a nice scallop. You know, as I've gotten older,
Have you
I kind of enjoy it a little
seen
more.
the process of how that you get a scallop? Like
Oh, yeah.
from the
Yeah.
from the cl-
Yeah,
who figured that out?
I don't know. That's a good
Somebody
question.
really
Who-
hungry
You know,
thousands of years
I
ago.
think
Seriously.
me and a buddy were just talking about this.
They saw
like,
an
man, who-
otter smashing it and ripping it, and they're like,
Like, what
"Hey,
the hell?
Seriously,
what the hell's he doing?"
A buddy of
It's like a
mine,
coconut.
we were talking about, like, we were thinking about food. And like, man, who the hell thought of this? Like, who thought of taking this part of the pig, slicing it up, frying it, putting some other stuff,
It's
and
wild to
making
think
it bacon?
about.
Like, who thought of that?
It is wild. I was
They
saying
deserve
this,
like a holiday or at least a parade.
Well, I was saying this to Sam Tung, sales extraordinaire, my boss, yesterday here at Odyssey Portland, about like Instagram Reels and TikTok and all that, and all the videos and recipes you see people making. Like, we have changed the food game over the last
yeah.
like 2-3 years.
See,
with
that's
some of the
thing.
recipes and some of
Yeah.
the things people like. If you're telling me like, what'd you have for breakfast? I had some. I believe Sprague. He brought up how he interned for a guy whose breakfast was cottage cheese with 2 pepper packets and a tomato.
The
We
hell?
don't need to be doing that in 2026.
Oh no, that was for some reason people used to knock that combination down.
Well, because they told you it
Yuck.
was
yeah,
good
back
for
in
you.
the 50s, 60s.
No,
maybe?
even like that was
No,
like
even
no,
chocolate
nothing
like
better
me.
to start your
Yeah.
day than some cottage cheese,
Cottage cheese.
some
Ugh.
pepper, and a tomato.
Ugh.
Or put
The American breakfast.
because tomatoes technically a fruit. Put the other sweet fruits in there like peaches. I saw people do that all the time. I'm like, what the hell are you thinking? That peaches and cottage cheese together? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
quite
sure
frankly,
somebody out there
we can just
loves it,
you know
but
get
no.
rid of cottage cheese.
Okay, so
altogether.
now let's order some food, guys, because
Yeah.
the morning.
cottage
has not
cheese has
started
been
well.
one of the oldest cheeses around. It's
we got
cheap.
we got to vote for pork. Pork most versatile, and they all work.
They all work.
Yeah, they do.
Seriously, no matter what you do.
Well, we do have some sports stuff to get to today.
Nah.
A lot of NBA stuff.
Do we? Oh, okay.
surprisingly.
I was just saying, like, what the
mostly
hell's
basketball.
happening?
Mostly basketball.
Okay.
Nikola Jokic
That's
is
fun.
still pissed.
Hey,
Oh.
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. We got plenty of NBA stuff. Might get to some combine stuff. I have not looked at any combine numbers. I think I've seen 140 time of one player out there. It was Dylan Thieneman. Other than that, I have no idea what anybody is doing out there. So we'll look at some numbers and see how some maybe Oregon players and big names are doing out at the combine in Indianapolis.
I saw a 4-3 from somebody.
Yeah, I think Dylan.
Yeah,
I mean,
I saw a 4-3.
spoil-
That's all I really saw.
Spoil one part of it. Dylan Thieneman for Oregon, the safety.
Stood.
437 40-yard dash.
Yeah, we knew he was a stud. But
That ain't white fast.
Yeah,
that's not Caucasian fast.
Yeah.
That's fast,
yeah,
as
yeah,
Dion
that's
would
real
say.
fast. Hey, man.
You saying he's like John Lynch 2.0?
Maybe. That'd be
'Cause,
cool.
John Lynch was really good back in the day.
But since we were talking about food there, on the next segment, I got a squabble with some shows and some personalities here on this station. I got show beef,
Uh-oh.
and we need to bring
We
this
sliding?
up.
What's up?
Yeah, we're pulling up.
All right.
We're pulling up on some people, and I got to get to that. I got to defend my honor here next. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Get to that here. Sports Saturday. Joe Fisher, Rashad Taylor, Fan Sports Network.
Indeed.
All right, I'm about to go ham here. I'm a little upset.
Did you choose the song? Because that was a really good,
No, I did
really
not.
good transition. If you
It was
did.
just luck.
I mean, it's
It
yeah.
heard Joe. The rotator heard what Joe said.
Yeah. No, I'm squabbling. I'm beefing with some show hosts here on the Fan. One in particular, the other two are just giving me yes about it. But the other day, we had I believe this was Thursday, we had a local pizza purveyor here in our building.
Okay.
To do some stuff with our sister stations, and so they brought some pizzas, and they were making pizzas in the kitchen, breakfast pizzas. Not like the pizza wasn't a breakfast pizza, but it was around this
Just
time.
pizza for breakfast.
Yes, exactly. Who doesn't love a fresh pizza for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. So, the smell starts to waft some people. They actually ask, hey, can we get some people in the back for some content, eating pizza, smiling, laughing. I love pizza.
Joe's in a commercial.
Yeah, B-roll, that whole thing. And we get back there. One of the pizzas has a single slice left. It was a jalapeno popper pizza.
Uh-oh.
And there was a single slice left, and I believe it was me, Danny, and a few other people showed up at the same time back there. And they're like, "Oh, there's only one, but we're making another pizza right now, but yeah, there's one slice left." And we all kind of looked at each other. And Danny gives me the go ahead. He gives me the, hey, if you want it, kind of it's the last slice. It's up to you. Like, do you want to take it or, And I was like, well, yeah, all right, I'll take it. So I took that last slice.
Right.
And then there was more pizza that was had. They were making more, and I was like, oh, well, let me try this one. The number has been inflated about how many slices I had on Thursday morning, and I just want to state, for the record, the number is 5. I've heard the number seems to keep going up on the morning show with Dirt and Sprague. One moment it's 7, the next segment it's 9 pieces, the next it's 10. No, we stopped at 5, okay? And one of those slices was a very small sliver, like the that you get for like the 4th grade party, the pizza
So
slices.
we're gonna have a pizza party, everybody.
The slice is like
hooray!
an inch and a half
Got a
wide.
Papa Murphy's pizza that you slice up.
Yeah, so
30 different
Your little
slices.
Dixie cup of soda.
yes, exactly. So, well, it was 5 slices. That 5th slice was very, we're being generous by calling that a slice of pizza. And then also, Danny's all worked up because I had that last slice that he willingly gave up to me. And then he was complaining that he wasn't able to get as much pizza as he wanted to because it was happening during his show. I said, what do you want from me? What, if there's free pizza and they just keep making pizzas in the back kitchen, do you expect me not to keep going there and
Well,
getting slices?
All right. I must defend Danny Meringue's honor a little bit here because this is kind of a whole. There's a hierarchy at radio stations when food comes to the station, right? This doesn't happen very often anymore. When I was starting out 15, 16 years ago, this happened like once a week, and you kind of knew how to do it. And
If you go the route I think you're going here, this is exactly my problem. But keep
I'm
going.
sorry, Joe.
I'm
well,
gonna hear you
Not a
out.
good start,
If there
but
was
please,
food
continue.
outside right now while we were on the air and we are unable to get to it, for instance, there are unsaid rules that the people outside take care of the people on air first.
Absolutely
now,
not.
I'm not saying, Joe, it sounds like
I'm
that
against that.
it doesn't sound like that this is like the last slice of pizza kind of situation like that. I think Danny's just bitching, but if he's saying overall
they
he didn't
made
get
like
enough
7
pizza,
more pizzas.
well then just go out and get some or lean your head out and ask. If nobody is doing that,
Well,
you are kosher
here's-
enough to say, "Hey, guys, I can't leave. Get me some freaking
So
pizza, please."
here's courtesy and homeboy rule 101. You guys are working. If you ever worked a tournament, you ever worked anything, you understand you're stuck in these situations to where you can't move for a long time. Or you're on air doing a show, right? So what somebody does is I'm going to peek my head in during the break. Hey, guys, they're making pizzas back here. You want a couple slices? Yeah, man. Bring us a couple real quick. That's what somebody should have did. That's number one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put blame on anybody else out there. I don't know how many slices Danny actually got. I feel like he probably got a nice amount though, but I could be wrong. I probably am, but don't know how many slices he got. But yeah, it would have been nice for somebody to say, "Hey, man," because that's what I'm gonna do as a good coworker and colleague, but also as somebody who's not a selfish ass. Hey, bro,
Hey.
they're making
Well,
this
that-
back here. You want me to bring you a slice or two because I know you can't move.
Well, Rashad, you are a much better human than me because I'm looking out for numero uno when it comes to pizza in the back room.
Yeah, and maybe for me because I'm not as big
damn.
on pizza anymore. I think
I am
that's
a
the big
ruthless
thing for me.
bastard when it comes to free pizza.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing for me. Not as much.
Yes, you
So,
are, Joe. Damn,
yeah.
we all know
Hey,
what
look,
his priorities
listen,
are.
hey, man, everybody's looking out for number one here. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
But
You
I just
gotta-
want to, the number was getting inflated on Dirt and Sprague to almost double digits
Well,
by the
can
end
I-
of their show yesterday. And I will not stand
Can I
for
say
that.
something though? Justin, the number keeps going up. 5 pieces of pizza. I'm not going to say it's excessive, but I'm
Well,
not going to not say it.
If it's
If a pizza's 8 slices and we had 5 of them,
I mean, I feel like that's a fair amount.
if it's a generic pizza, maybe,
For a
but if it's like really good
I don't know.
pizza, come on.
For a growing young boy like I am
I don't know.
at the ripe age of 34.
I don't think I've heard of jalapeno popper pizza. I think we're kind of bearing the lead here, Joe.
That-
Like,
oh, dude, it was fantastic.
were all these pizzas kind of, really good, but then some of these new age, like we're going to try some new flavors like a popper?
There was a jalapeno popper pizza. There was a Thai chicken
Okay.
See,
pizza.
this is
Okay, full time out.
Um,
Full time out.
There was also, there was a regular like meat lovers. There was almost like a, was it a spinach bacon feta pizza
with white sauce
So
and
it's all-
something.
So all what was it? It was Papa Murph's is the ones who brought it.
No more pizzas.
What?
No more food. This is driving me crazy.
Oh.
Like,
Sean's
seriously.
like, dude,
No,
I'm
seriously.
starving.
We started talking about, beef and seafood and pork, and like, okay.
I thought you were gonna say like we need to stop experimenting with pizza like this.
Like time out. Like this
Bring
is
the
driving me-
classics back. Make pizza great again.
I'm a diabetic and I haven't eaten yet, and all this talk about food is driving me crazy right
I'm
now.
Sorry.
Get you
That's
some
all.
orange juice.
It's all good. No, one of the worst things I can have is orange juice. Crazy, right? Yeah, so much sugar, and I was like, really? No way. Didn't like it. Oh well.
Well, again, I had to defend my honor there because I did not like how I was being disparaged on air. And plus, those guys they get 5 days a week, 3 to 4 hours to run their mouths, and they get to just say whatever they want, and we only get these 2 hours to defend ourselves per week.
That's fair. That's fair. And if you feel that way, hey man, you didn't do it. Say it was only 5 pieces. Really, only 4.5. If we're being honest, right?
I should buy Danny Totino's pizza, like one of those like crappy dollar pizzas, and be like, "Here you go, bud."
I eat Totino's pizza.
Totino's pizzas are great.
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah,
put them in
God,
there.
those are
yeah,
throwback.
those are-
That's a
seriously.
Remember when they were like 89 cents?
They're still like $1.12.
That was like the college go-to for dinner.
Yeah.
All right. Someone does point out on the YouTube chat, you ate over half a pizza in an office. See, again, I feel like
That's a good point, actually.
if you saw some of the sizes of the slices, then you would understand that this is not a 5. We're not talking like 5 New York slices here.
If we're
we have to
talking,
fold them.
if we're talking pizza party-esque slices, then okay. Like, because that's really only going to be like 2 or 3 slices.
Like there was no
That's
pizza
cool.
left over, right?
But
Oh no.
Yeah.
if you're talking nice,
I mean, if I had anything to say about it.
Tombstone pizza, cut it in 8 pieces, and I ate 5 of them.
Oh, you're a Tombstone guy, huh?
Tombstone's actually
listen.
good,
I'm
too.
not
Red Baron.
if I can do it on my own in the oven, I'm an any type of pizza guy. We'll make it work.
See, frozen pizza right now. It's on a suspension for my household. My son's gotten sick of it. He just like, I don't make it that much, but apparently his mom, it's a good go-to for them. It's a good go-to for anybody. Like last minute,
pizza's real
I need
quick.
to make a dinner. You know what? I'm gonna throw this DiGiorno's in.
Yeah.
Not delivered. It's DiGiorno's.
No, for sure. And usually, you if the presentation is right, kids won't even know.
Yeah, so it's no frozen pizza in my house right now, which is disappointing because, I'd like to have a Totino's. I'd like to have anything right now. Yeah, it's about time that we stop with this whole
Why not, dude? Yeah, they're so cheap.
Yeah. All right, well, this next segment, we're going to talk about each Blazers player's favorite type of food and favorite dish and favorite dinner. How about that?
Suckers. That's what they are.
No, I do want to get to some Blazers stuff here next. It is our weekly vibe check with the Blazers. And then we got plenty of other NBA stuff in this first hour and second hour. It's a big hoop show. We're a big hoop show today.
I'm with it.
But let's get over to the Blazers next. Turn everything over to him now. We do that next year. Sports Saturday. But first, Schultze, Sports Center Update.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, a very busy day as far as pro sports go and on the college hardwood here in the Pacific Northwest. First, the Portland Trail Blazers on the road in Charlotte with an early start time. It's a 10 a.m. tip against the Hornets, and Blazers are a 7.5-point underdog in that one. It's a 10 a.m. tip once again on KATU Channel 2.2. Later on, actually, pretty soon after, the Oregon Ducks getting going right here on the Fan Sports Network at 11 a.m. on the road to face off against Northwestern for one of their final Big Ten matchups of the regular season. The Wildcats, a 3.5-point favorite in that one. Coverage starts right here on the Fan Sports Network at 10:30. That'll technically be on 1080 as we finish up Sports Saturday here on 105.1. Once again, an 11 o'clock tip, and that can be watched on the Big Ten Network. Also, the Portland Timbers back in action this weekend. Later today on the road against Colorado Rapids. You got pregame getting going right here on the Fan Sports Network at 12:30. That one starts at 1:30. Colorado favored to win that match. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Heard missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 local ball team on the Fan Sports Network.
It's time for our weekly Blazers vibe check. You right over there?
This isn't mine.
Oh. Taking
Leave
your
it there.
Oh, you're going raw with the
I go raw
with,
dog because
with
I don't
the
have
mic,
one.
huh?
I don't know why I don't have one.
No
but I'll
mic
get one.
condom.
No mic. I gotta go. Gotta go raw. Feels better.
It's wild. It's wild on a Saturday
I
morning.
sound better.
That's
It's crazy. It sounded real
wild
muffled.
on a Saturday morning.
It sounded real muffled in my ear.
Also on the text line, you also said you were too full to eat your Alfredo. That is also true. I mean, listen, they were 5 adequate slices, all right? Except that one. That was a little bit smaller. But, yeah, I mean, I ate enough pizza to where I was like, you know what? We'll save that Alfredo for tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
I had
you
some
don't
of
want
that
to overdo it. That's a lot of carbs.
I had some of that Alfredo yesterday. It was delicious.
A lot of carbs, man.
Yeah, I'm
glad you
I'm a
did
sick
that.
bastard.
Yeah, you get a couple salads in you.
We all need to go on a run now. My God. Like,
yeah.
just listening to this is making me bloated.
I went golfing yesterday. All right, I played 9 holes. That's basically the same as running, right? Right?
No.
Did you use the cart?
No, we walked. We got steps in.
I don't believe
We got
you.
steps. That burned some calories. Blazers vibe check. I will say that while it's been a interesting week with a game against Minnesota that you did not go your way, but you fought hard, you played hard. Then you played before that you played a Suns team who had literally nobody out there. That was on Sunday or Monday, I believe, when they played that Suns team.
When did they give up 157 points?
Oh, God, that was against Denver
Thank you.
last Friday.
My God. And then the
yeah,
next
you
game,
weren't here. We came in and did the show the next
Okay.
day. We're like, dear Lord.
Yeah, what was that, man?
I don't want to take it back and redo that. That was just this has
was
been
brutal.
a weird week and a half.
Yes.
That was brutal.
So it started off on the 22nd, which was Sunday, with the Suns' victory. Then they played Minnesota, lost by 3, 124-121. That game was on, I believe, Tuesday. And then they played the Bulls the other night, where they ended up getting the win, 121-112. And then that one was on Thursday. They will play tonight against the Charlotte Hornets, the red-hot Charlotte Hornets, believe it or not. But I think from just observations over the last week, dude, let Scoot play as much as possible. Let him run the offense. Let him do whatever he wants, because this season you're not going to do any better or any worse than the 10 seed at this point. You're not going to do any better than the 9 seed at this point. You aren't winning a championship. There's no reason to be like, oh, we really need to go. You're going to have Shaden out for at least 2 months because he's going to get reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks, and that's just being reevaluated. Denny, God only knows what's happening with his lower back. And honestly, the way that Scoot has looked over the last 3-4 games, while not perfect, the dude looks in control. He looks twitchy. He looks physical. He looks fast. He's running the pick and roll with Klingon really, really well at times. There is something about Scoot's game over this last week and a half now, where I am so intrigued to watch every single night Blazers basketball, which I can't say that is something I've wanted to do in quite some time. And again, just the way that he's been looking out there, there's part of me I'm like, dude, start him, play him 35 plus a night, throw him out to the Wolves, which quite frankly, I don't think he's looking at this as a throw me to the Wolves, throw me to the fire situation anymore. He looks comfortable out there, and his per 36 stats, per 48 numbers right now, they're really good. They're really encouraging. So to me, I am fully aboard the Scoot train, and I'm telling Tiago, everybody out there, for the love of God, take the reins off him, please, and just let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, what he's been able to do off the bench has been, really good. And then just as a starter, just in the place of Shaden when he need to, and in the place of Denny, he's looked really, really good. He's comfortable. He's getting back out there. I think the biggest thing you were kind of worried about was Scoot taking a while to really figure out his part in the offense, right? With Denny becoming the all-star, with Shaden really kind of taking off as the scorer, with, Donovan Klingon really taking up a lot of real estate, down low. Was he going to be able to get to the rim like he wanted to? And he's been able to do all those things and really kind of still in limited minutes. Really he played 24 minutes against Chicago, and then he played a full, 29.
Now that 24 minutes was a little bit with some foul trouble.
Yeah.
early,
So, so he's been played 30 minutes, but he hasn't got up to that 35, 38 minute mark yet. but I think he's kind of conditioned his body to be there. So I'm excited for what I see Scoot do. I know Jordan is probably over there, punching the air because Scoot is actually performing well, or maybe he's happy that Scoot is performing well. But no, this is, as far as the way the team is played, this is kind of what I thought would happen after the All-Star break. I thought they would lose to Denver because I think Denver's a better team. I thought they would beat Phoenix, even with Devin Booker on the floor, because I think we have a deeper team than Phoenix. I thought they would probably beat Minnesota, but I'm not surprised that Anthony Edwards missed 11 shots down the stretch and then just happened to make the shot to kind of put him over the hump to win the game.
Yeah, that was an everybody else game in the second half there because Ant couldn't make anything.
And Gobert was just as dominant as you could, imagine him being, or as dominant as I think he was supposed to be in the first place, but he's just not that every night. Either way, you let one go there, and then you beat Chicago. So far, this is going exactly the way that I kind of figured it would. And then they play the hottest team, or not the hottest team, to me the most fun team in the NBA to watch. If you haven't watched any Charlotte Hornets basketball,
wow,
they are a lot of fun.
What a statement. I don't know if I don't think those words have been uttered by anybody since the 90s.
Seriously.
One of the most exciting teams to watch.
Seriously,
Charlotte Hornets.
They are so much fun to watch, man. LaMelo doing LaMelo stuff, and then Con Knippel, shooting the way he's shooting as a rookie, and then Brandon Miller is just becoming the star that I think a lot of us thought he would be. This team is really, really good. They're just so young, and they don't have a lot of direction. But
do you see that Con Knippel already set the rookie 3-point record, and there's still
20-something games left?
On top of that, Cooper Flagg was a minus 800 to win Rookie of the Year, and I believe Con has now overtaken him on the betting lines for Rookie of the Year. So
Con he's the guy, man. Sometimes it's like that. I mean, you know what it reminds me of a little bit, and I want to say Cooper Flagg is much better than this, but Grant Hill and Christian Laettner, right? Christian Laettner came to the league, and he was the guy in college. Really, he was the bigger star than Shaquille O'Neal in college. And Grant Hill was like the sidekick, the second guy. Same thing at Duke. You see Cooper Flagg be the guy, and then Con's kind of the sidekick. And now he's had his moment, and he was like, oh, hell, look how cold this dude is. I didn't know it was like that. And we're looking at Cooper going, yeah, you're nice, and we know you're going to be nice. But you look at Con yo, you might got it. You might have it. I think he's going to be the one.
So, go ahead, Jordan.
Sorry, I don't want to take us too far because, I think Cooper Flagg's rookie cards are still going for twice the price of Con Knippel. So watch that because those are always big indicators of, how the market feels about a certain player.
For sure.
But, Scoot Henderson, I don't want to bag on the guy, all right? And, yes, they should have drafted Brandon Miller, or if they would have had a pick over that, whatever. I can be pissed about it, but they've got Damian Lillard back. So, ultimately, I actually agree with Joe here. You've got to give Scoot Henderson the run the rest of the season because has he looked successful at times? Yes, but that runway is what he needs. He still isn't shooting the ball great. It's a very small sample size, but he's shooting under 30% from three-point land.
27.
You need to be successful in today's NBA, and that's one of the reasons why I've compared him in the past to an NBA number 4 draft pick in 2000 and Antonio Daniels. He has the same body type and essentially has the same skill set. Antonio Daniels couldn't shoot the 3. If Scoot can add the 3, I think he can be actually decent in today's game. It's been nice to see him moving the ball the way he does. He is looking pretty smooth in the offense, but he's still committing a lot of stupid fouls. He's still committing those turnovers. So it's just those growing pains that, as Joe's saying, that runway, just put him out there. Maybe we can work those out the last 20-some games of this season. So we're seeing flashes, but it's something that we've seen from young rookies here in Portland, over the years, guys. It's can that be put together as a complete package of a number 3 overall player? Because the number 3 overall pick in the draft, people are kind of whispering about Young Hansen already being a bust this year. I don't know, but you can't waste draft picks here in Portland. So ultimately, I think that's why, at least me, I'm so concerned about his trajectory, but he ain't looking bad. So yeah, I agree with Joe. Let's give him the runway this season. He needs it.
Well, again, when you're missing, 45 points a game with Denny and Shaedon out, you need someone to take that offensive load and that amount of points and put it on their shoulders. Obviously you can spread it around on the team, but offensively, your top scoring threats with those two out, one night it can be Drew, one night it can be Jeremy. Clingan, he can contribute a 20-point night, But there are points to go around right now. And for me, with Scoot Henderson being the ball handler that he is, the guy that's looking to set up the offense, that's more opportunity to spread the ball around, but also give yourself more chances at scoring, driving, shooting the three. He has not shot the three particularly well the last few nights. Basically, this week, he was 2 of 17 from three. So, I mean, that aspect definitely needs to get better as we move forward. But just the way that he has looked, comfortability, confidence, even taking those shots, driving. I mean, in that Minnesota game, that's a tough defensive team in Minnesota. And they were throwing Vanderbilt at him.
Tons of looks at him.
Or excuse me, not Vanderbilt. McDaniels at him. Dunsumu. They were throwing different guys on him. And
Bones.
And he was, Bones Highland and him were chirping for a little bit. And he was up to the challenge. Blew by him on a few different plays for nice, easy dunks. Again, he looked good in pick and roll situations. And I just think that he looks like a different player that has that confidence and swag about his game where give him some more time, give him some more minutes, more control of the offense, and I think you'll see that those mistakes start to get cleaned up a little bit. We're 8 games into his season.
Yeah.
So,
small sample size.
Yeah.
So far, I'm
taking the good with the bad right now, but the way that it's looked is just like the confidence and comfortability of this offense to him and playing the game. It looks so much different this
He
year.
looks like a guy who was drafted number 3 overall, and he's finally starting to turn. I think this is the year that we all kind of expected him to either take a step forward or either take a step backwards. I think everything is showing that he's taken that step forward. Like, Scoot Henderson is the reason the Blazers were in that game against Minnesota. Like, you look at what he was able to do, rebounding the ball, passing the ball, defensively, his ability to get to the rack, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're seeing. And then when he's explosive and be able to finish some dunks, you see the Westbrook comparison a little bit, just in the way that he moves. It's like, okay, that there it is. It took Westbrook a couple years to really find his groove in the NBA.
And then once he did, he took off.
Once he saw what Derrick Rose was able to do and was like, I can kind of play like that. Like, let me do more of this. Like, that's what happened. And so I think Scoot can be one of those guys that takes a huge step and really surprises a lot of people, much like Denny did this year.
Take a quick break, stay on these Blazers a little bit, and do a little bit more NBA talk with a former Blazer. We get to that next here, Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
A little bit more NBA Blazers talk here, finishing up our Scoot Henderson conversation. I did want to read and compare his per 36. I love the per 36. I feel like it gives you
It's
the
a
most
nice little stat. Yeah.
it gives you the most, I feel, accurate description of what a player could do if they are playing full-time minutes,
You should see
starter minutes.
You should see MPs per 36.
Oh, off the charts.
Oh my God.
I love these. I'll never forget this, Joe. It was in Zach Randolph's second season as a Portland Trailblazer. Rasheed Wallace had gone down, so they were basically necessitated into starting Zach Randolph, a young kid, at the power forward against young Kevin Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves. They showed Garnett's stats, and then they showed Zach Randolph's stats, but then they showed the per 36-minute stats. They were much more even, so I do enjoy these a lot, and it was a very, very good window into what a player could do.
So per 36. Now, I'll give you his shooting percentages across the board, which obviously that is the same whether it's 36 minutes or 12 minutes or 48. But as Jordan mentioned, shooting-wise, it is his worst three-point shooting of his career so far. He's shooting 27.9% from three. Rookie year, 32.5. Last year, 35.4. So he has regressed there in this 8-game sample size so far. Shooting 41.7 from the field. Last year, he finished at 41.9. Rookie year, 38.5. Free throw shooting is much better this year. He is shooting 87.1%. 6.1 free throws attempted per 36 minutes. But that 87.1%, that is almost 11 points better than last year. He shot 76% last year.
Yeah, guards need to be shooting 85 or above. That's a non-starter there.
Rookie year, 81.9. So, again, this is almost 5 points better than his rookie season from the free throw line. But I move over to the points, assists category. Points per 36, 21.4 points per 36 minutes for him. Last year, he was at 17.1. The year before, he was at 17.7. Also, for assist, 7.9 per 36 minutes. So right now, averaging 21.4, 7.9 per 36 minutes for Scoot Henderson. Total rebounds, 5 per 36 minutes, which is pretty solid for a point guard, basically. The biggest issues are those turnovers and fouls. He's averaging 5.1 turnovers per 36 minutes. And then the fouls, he's almost at 5 fouls per 36 minutes, 4.7. So those are two areas of cleanup right there. I mean, we've seen it in this small stretch of games too, is that I don't mind turnovers if you're trying to figure out what you can and can't get away with.
If you're making plays,
yeah,
I'm not tripping.
If you're just turning the ball over and you are a black hole offensively and you're not doing anything, then yes, the turnovers are even more accentuated and even more magnified because you're just like, dude, what are you doing out there?
He's accounting for essentially 21 to 22 points a game, just scoring, and then based on his assist, he's getting you anywhere between let's say 10 and 15. So that's 35, 37 points that you're getting from
points
just
responsible. Yeah,
just responsible for. So I'm okay with a few turnovers if you're trying to make plays out there, but Scoot has been, like I said, this is what you want him to be. And if he gets his opportunity, which has been weird, we're having the old Blazer kind of conversation about weird rotations. It doesn't matter who the coach seems to be. The rotations always seem to be an issue here in Portland and right now. And so right now we're trying to figure out when they're actually going to give Scoot the time, but that means taking time away from Jrue Holiday. Right? Does that mean him taking a little more of a backseat? Because let's be honest, Jrue Holiday is one of the reasons that the Blazers have been as competitive, especially on the defensive end. So, I mean, it sucks to take that, that part away. So, yeah, you've got some real decisions to make if you're Tiago Splitter. And he better start making some right ones because there are a lot of people clamoring for him to be ousted and them to find a new coach because people are pissed about even guys like Blake Wesley. Why isn't he seeing the floor as much? What happened to that defensive intensity that we saw at the beginning of the season? So I think a lot of people are starting to question Tiago at this point. So the one way he can start to win favor back from a lot of these Blazer fans is put Scoot in the damn game and let him work for a little bit. Let's see what he's got.
I look at how is this season going to end, and we all know that it's going to be, all right, they're going to get in the play-in. They're not winning anything important, so at this time when you're missing your two best offensive scoring pieces on your team, listen, Drew Holiday, you're right. He has had those moments of offensive bailout games where he's had to score. Defensively, he is extremely important. But to me, over the rest of this season, as it comes to an end, just start gravitating more to where Scoot is running things, or possibly even starting. And then you have the play-in games and do whatever the hell you want there. But I just feel that it is time to hand over the reins to Scoot in a season that is, it's not a tanking season by any means. So you're not just throwing out, a ham sandwich out there to play center, play power forward. Like you have a good collection of talent on the team where you can have competitive games down the stretch, and you can have Scoot Henderson being the part that's leading it. And I think that would just be instrumental to his development and going into his fourth year, where next year is a make it or break it season.
I get it. And here's why I'll push back just a little bit for you, Joe, just on where the Blazers are and how well they can finish. Man, Golden State's struggling right now. Golden State's got a bunch of injuries. Steph is out. He'll be reevaluated in, a few days and stuff like that. So there's some time for him. Draymond has been day-to-day. Like, the Warriors are a team that's struggling. You're only a few games behind them. And then you look at this Blazers schedule and this stretch, and we've talked about it before as being one of the easiest schedules to end the NBA season this year. And so I think they're in a great position to kind of move up. And will it do anything for you, as far as the playoffs? Like, are you going to reach the 6th seed? No. But I think one thing you can do is give this young team some momentum going into the playoffs, because it then becomes just a one-game thing as far as the play-in is concerned. And do I think a healthy Blazers team could compete and beat either one of these 7 through 10 teams? I do. And a one-game, one-off thing with everybody feeling good, yeah, I do think that. And so I think it would be great for their confidence too, a la Oklahoma City being in the bubble the 1 year as a 10 seed, an 8 seed, whatever that year was. Can't remember what it was, but either way, that confidence helped them for the next year when they were like a 5 seed, and then the next year when they were a 1 seed. So I think if they see these small games, I think that'll be good for them.
Also, as we have just a couple more minutes here, I did also want to get to a former Blazer, since we were talking some NBA, and one of those where we were basically like, yeah, we told you this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen to you guys, and you didn't want to believe us because you thought him just ending up in yellow and purple was going to make everything all right, and donning that Lakers on the front of his jersey. This week, for some reason, I mean, it's been happening all year, but this has been the loudest week as far as Laker fans, Laker players, everybody associated with the Lakers being absolutely done with DeAndre Ayton and fed up with him. He had the comment earlier this week that they're trying to make me Clint Capella. I'm not no Clint Capella. Oh, dude, you're not. No, you are not. In fact, I would rather have Clint Capella than you right now at this point. There is another report that the Lakers training staff reportedly wraps DeAndre Ayton's water bottle in tape and writes, DA's crunk juice, drink this to unleash the beast. And they write that on there to keep him motivated.
Stop. Is the
maybe they
$25 million a year not motivation enough?
No,
maybe they should tape his pay stub to his water bottle for motivation.
For some people, it's not. For some folks, money don't really move them. They know they have this job. If he stopped playing in the NBA today, he's still going to be rich. So
the NBA got him rich.
No, for real. And that's why some people don't really care. It's a job for them. And some people don't want to get better at their job. This is across the board. Like, there are people that have.
If you're making $50,000 a year, I get it. But
no, because that $50,000 is a lot to somebody. You know what I mean? To the person that's making it. Like,
well, $25 million is a lot to everyone.
It is, and so the amount that you want to work for it, sometimes it's like, I don't really feel like doing that. DeAndre Ayton has shown us over the years, and I was somebody who always defended DeAndre Ayton because I felt like, man, he has a skill set that could be valuable, right? He can rebound, he can block shots, he can score if given the opportunity. Like, with enough minutes, we've seen him be a 20-10 dude. Like, we've seen him be dominant for a team that went to the finals. Why wouldn't I believe he could still do that? Motivation is a big factor for a lot of folks, and some people just don't have it. DeAndre Ayton is just one of them dudes that don't have it. Like, the basketball is a job. If I could not do this anymore and still get paid, I would.
And that was his problem, is he got paid.
He got paid. Yeah.
He got that contract.
Thanks, Phoenix.
Yeah. He got paid, and we had to pay some of it. Right now, the Lakers are paying it.
Everybody paid for it. in more ways than one.
Well, there's also a good video that was going around of, I believe they were playing the Suns the other night, that it was very visible how frustrated Marcus Smart was with DeAndre Ayton and his defensive effort and defensive skills. And Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, I believe.
It's only the second guard or the only guard to win it since GP.
Right? He what year was that? Was that 18, 19? That he won
when
that?
he was with Boston a few years ago.
Yeah. There was multiple clips of him being extremely frustrated with DeAndre Ayton, and he also got, this goes back to the Clint Capella comment, but Clint Capella on Instagram apparently posted something on his story. He says, "You got two of the best floor generals in the game, my dog. Lock in."
Seriously,
I love that.
Clint Capella was
Even
finishing
Clint's
over
chiming in.
people's head. You know, when you threw him a lob, Clint Capella was erasing shots. Like Clint Capella was one of the best bigs at running the break. You know, all the time. Like, so you would hope to be as good as Clint Capella, especially if you have LeBron and Luka.
LeBron and Clint Capella together would have.
Get out of here, man. Like, so yes, if that's your comparison, run with that. Be a better version of that. What's the problem?
Marcus Smart, he won it in 2001, or excuse me, 2021, 2022.
Dang,
so a lot more recent.
Yeah,
What's
I
the
thought
problem,
that was a long
Rashad?
time
As
ago.
you guys just told me, no motivation, apparently.
And that's
So,
everything. And so, like I said, money isn't the biggest motivator for everybody, you know, and as much as he makes, he's still just the same DeAndre Ayton that we've always kind of known. That's just who he is.
Yeah, and then
Ben Simmons.
and this isn't so much on DeAndre Ayton, but this Lakers team, they are just such a. They are what in the
Cluster F.
standings? Yeah, they are in the 6th seed. They're 10 games above. They are like the Philadelphia Eagles of the NBA right now, where it's like, they kind of keep winning and they're a pretty good team, but what a mess they are. And another video I saw from their game the other night against the Suns is they were just setting up everything towards the end of the game, setting screens so that way Luka had to guard the primary ball handler. They did it multiple times, and it ended up working out for them multiple times down the stretch. So at that point, when teams are like, hey, it's crunch time, and this is a close game down the stretch, what do we need to do offensively? Let's run plays so that way we get Luka guarding the primary ball handler. That will be the winning formula.
Yeah,
that's
great
bad.
job. No,
That's bad.
I just across the board, they have a bunch of guys that are okay to good. They have no real shooters. They don't really have like a list of great defenders. Like, it's just a team that's lucky enough
It's
to
a
have
gobbledygook of just dudes that are
like,
okay.
yeah, it's like
all right,
they're all
solid.
You've got two Hall of Famers for sure,
and they
then
even have their
everybody-
flaws at this point,
Yeah,
too.
one of them's old. The other one is kind of Luka is
He's
just
a defensive liability.
and there's nothing you can say. He's essentially what we always call Dames. Like, he's your star player, best player, one of the best players in the league. He just can't guard nobody. Can't guard the chair that I'm in right now. That's a problem.
It's wild. Hour number 2 coming up. We are going to go to college hoops and how we could be in a very interesting 2-year period in this state. And then we'll do some NFL Combine stuff. I also have some funny audio as far as someone having their worst day on the job possible. And can you think of a worse situation than this? So fun stuff to get to next here. Hour number 2, Sports Saturday. Stick around for the rest of the show. Fan Sports Network. Thank you. Bye.
I can't believe
1 and 1080.
And he can pass.
The Fan.
Hour number 2, Sports Saturday here on the Fan Sports Network. 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan. The Odyssey app, YouTube, Twitch for the kids. If you enjoy our show, you can get it wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, but you can't get it on Spotify because we are banned.
And we're over it. So
We're the Jordan 1s of the Fan Sports Network.
most uncomfortable shoe in Jordan history.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't wear it while hooping.
Don't wear it while
Don't-
walking.
Maybe the newer
While
version
trying to
because it's a little
live.
more padded,
Just
right? The
as long as
re-release.
you just kind of stand still while
Seriously,
wearing them.
like if you just taking pictures, then they look great.
They're about as uncomfortable as Converse. Okay.
Wanted to get to some programming stuff. Blazers are about to tip off. I had no idea that this game was at 10 a.m., but
I know, right?
yeah, I just got the notification on my phone from ESPN saying,
Thanks for listening to my sports update.
hey, it happens every once in a while. I'll tune in. I will say that when I produced and when I do my Sports Center updates,
I
and
know
then
nobody listens.
oh, I know. And like as a producer, I used to get very miffed. Like, didn't you hear me? Didn't you listen? But ever since hosting, I totally 100% get the host not hearing what's in the update. It's just you tune out, you space out, black out for 3.5 minutes, and then you're back in it. So yeah, Blazers are about to tip off. Also, I saw someone clamoring on the YouTube feed, wondering when is the Ducks basketball game? Where is the Ducks basketball game? That is over on 1080 The Fan on 1080 AM. So that is going to pregame starts at 10:30. Game starts at 11 against Northwestern. We also got Ducks baseball on 910 ESPN Portland at 11:45. Excuse me, that's Ducks. I believe that might be softball. I don't know. It says they're playing UC Irvine. So you can find that out if you really care. And then we got the Timbers playing later today. I believe this says at 12:30. Is that correct? I want to confirm that because Swag is the one that puts these schedules together. That is going to be at 1:30. Our pregame coverage will start at 12:30 as they take on Colorado. I was confused because it says that they're playing the Crew, which they are not playing the Crew. They are playing Colorado.
Yep, Colorado Rapids.
Yes.
And then also Ducks baseball, I think, also happening on 910. So
Yeah, at 11:45.
yeah.
Yeah, so that is baseball. That
No,
is not-
no. There's Ducks basketball at 11, and then Ducks baseball at 11:45.
Yes, okay, so that is baseball. I thought it might have been softball.
No, you're good, dude.
We're crushing it. We're crushing it. here.
It's a confusing one. I do know that the Ducks baseball team has started off well this season. That's a bit
Yeah.
So that's
We're a baseball school.
Go team.
We are. We got to the level of the Beavers.
We're a baseball school.
No, they need to win 2 World Series before that happens.
Well, speaking of college and those Ducks and those Beavs, we are in for possibly a very interesting next year and a half as far as coaching goes, because it was announced there was news this week for both of the teams. The first news that broke was with Dana Altman, in that he got the vote of confidence that he will be back next year. And then we got the news, I believe, on Thursday that Wayne Tinkle of Oregon State is going to be finishing out this season for Oregon State, and then after that they will be looking for their next head coach. 13 seasons for Wayne Tinkle as the head coach at Oregon State. Highlight of that being their run to the Elite Eight a few years ago, where I believe they then lost to USC in that game, if I remember correctly. Might have been Houston. But either way, they lost. But yeah, Wayne Tinkle going to be out after this year. And then Dana Altman, possibly his last year will be next year. And then the Oregon's going to have to find a new coach. So in back-to-back seasons, we could be having new basketball coaches at the Oregon universities. And after having the same ones for the last 13, and how long's Dana been there now? 20 years?
I was just looking that up right now.
19 seasons? Something like that?
Wow.
Yeah,
Gosh, we're so old.
He
man.
replaced Ernie Kent, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying. It's
I'm-
like that's why I think I'm like, dude, it might be like close to 20 years.
As I think about that and was like, man, even just going back to the Wayne Tinkle thing at Oregon State. Number one, I'll have to say this. I really do like Wayne Tinkle as a dude. I got a chance to meet him a couple times, kind of sat together at the Les Schwab Invitational and just kind of,
You're like, hey,
talked a
you're
little
a
bit.
dude.
You're a pretty cool dude, man. And I could be wrong. It could have just been putting on because, he's meeting some stranger and everything. But for the most part, he was chill. But
This is
Oregon
the
State
16th year for Dana Altman, by the way. Sorry.
Oregon. Who was there before Altman? It couldn't have been. Or Kent's been gone for a while.
It was Ernie Kent.
It was Ernie Kent. It's been that long, dude. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, but I mean, they just really didn't do enough. If you're Oregon State, like you mentioned that one run to the Elite Eight a few years ago,
21,
but,
I think.
Yeah, but outside of that, they just haven't been able to do much in Corvallis, and that's not all Wayne Tinkle's fault. Like Craig Robinson, what's his name? Robinson, Michelle's brother.
I think
Yeah,
that's
Craig
right.
Robinson.
Is it Craig Robinson?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, because Craig Robinson's also a comedian, right? And also the guy from The Office.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, that's not his name.
Craig Robinson, yeah.
No, Craig Robinson is the comedian and also the former head
His name
coach
is
of
Craig
Oregon
Okay,
State.
yeah. So I mean, like, and that project lasted for what, 4 years, 5 years for him being at Oregon State. So they just haven't had any real success under whomever the coach is, just because Oregon State just hasn't really put a lot of effort into their sports programs, right? They haven't done the great job of even recruiting a lot of the guys from here in Oregon that are, considered, top contenders as basketball players, or football players. So I just think that's a spiral that Oregon State has always been in. As far as Dana Altman and the Ducks, like, a vote of confidence is never a good thing.
They went 20-13 last year?
Who, Oregon State? Or
Yeah.
did they?
How about that? I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
this has been their.
how'd they do in the tournament?
I mean, they didn't go to the tournament. They went to the
Yeah.
CBC,
And I
the
think-
college basketball crown.
And I think that's the thing. Like, they are perpetual little brother. Like at everything. And Oregon's basketball program hasn't been like a juggernaut either, but at least you've been able to produce a Sabrina Ionescu and a Peyton Pritchard and Dylan Brooks and some other guys that are really able to do some things on the NBA level. But for the most part, it's been unremarkable.
So yeah, the best season under Wayne Tinkle was 2020, 2021. That was the year they went 20-13 and went to the Elite Eight.
So the
That
same
season.
record as a year ago
Yes.
in the regular season, anyways.
Yes.
And they didn't even make the tournament.
No, because they played in the West Coast Conference also. Keep that in mind.
But that,
I mean, hey, 2020, 2021, that is a Pac-12 schedule.
man, they play in the West Coast Conference. I get it, but like you also, they weren't better than any of those idiots playing in the play-in games. That, like, come on, I don't. I'm not a college basketball.
Well, they did lose in the first round of the college basketball crown, which, raise your hand if you even knew that was a tournament that was taking place.
Yeah, what?
Is it like the beginning of the season?
No, that is
No,
that is an end of the season tournament.
It's the NIT and the CDC.
No.
Yeah, I think they literally started doing this last year. Yeah, last year was the first year of the college basketball crown.
Yeah, I don't want
Yay.
to play in that. I'm sorry. As a player, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I think it was in Vegas. So I mean,
That's
Boo.
it's weird. It's like when
well,
the
yeah,
NIT.
to you then you're like, oh, cool, Vegas, whatever.
Like, if it's a beginning of the season tournament,
Hey,
cool.
an
Let's
18,
run it.
19, 20-year-old college student for playing in Corvallis, going to Las Vegas.
Well, let's see. Those 18,
I mean, it's
19
it's no core Vegas, but it
Well-
is Las Vegas.
Well,
Damn.
listen, they go to Vegas every year for AAU. They've been going to Vegas since they were 11 years old, and spending a week there damn near. So I don't think Vegas moves these kids the way it used to.
Well, Wayne Tinkle, rest in peace. Not dead, but almost, as far as when it comes to Oregon State basketball goes. Joey, he went to an Oregon State basketball, my son, a Oregon State basketball game on Wednesday. It was
Oh, yeah?
It was the day before they announced that Wayne Tinkle would be no longer the coach after this season.
He saw the end of an era, huh?
Yeah, he literally saw not technically Wayne Tinkle's last game, but the last game as the locked-in head coach of the Oregon State Beavs. It was great, though. I told my son, because he went with his basketball team, I'm like, hey, have a great time, but no cheering allowed. Okay. You cannot cheer for Oregon State while you are there. Not allowed. And then Benny caught word of this. Benny the Beaver. And I have a great photo of Joey and Benny the Beaver just staring each other down, just ready to throw down in the middle of Gill Coliseum. It was great.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Back up, Benny.
His teammates snitched on him, said, hey, he's a Duck fan. And so Benny tried to give him the knuckles, and then as soon as Joey went in for it, he pulled away at the last second. So Benny played him like a fool.
Good job, Benny.
Yeah, which
Good job. That's what you're supposed to do.
yeah, I didn't appreciate that one bit.
Yeah, it's
but
no
then
love.
Joey got his lick back. He did the whole shoulder tap on the other side to make him look in one direction while he's standing on the other. He got Benny on that one. So
Good job.
I feel like he made up
Classic.
for it. Yeah, he's always trying to
Classic.
get me on that one. He
It works sometimes.
not on me. I know better. We are also a nose flick family. There's something on your shirt, flick the nose.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a Fisher
do
staple
you,
right
do you
there.
get your nose? Do you take his nose too? Got your nose.
I don't do that. No.
It's a magic trick.
No, it's always good though when you do get the nose flick. Like, oh my, Rashad, what the hell is on your shirt right now?
What
Oh my,
happened?
flick,
Doink.
got ya, bam, baby. All right, Wayne Tinkle, thank you for everything. Dana Altman, one more season at the helm. I'm assuming one more.
Yeah, it's going to be much easier for them to find a coach at Oregon than it will be for them to
You
find
think
one
both of
at
these
Oregon
schools
State.
are going to replace him with young, angry guys? Seems to be the college basketball.
Yeah,
go-to.
let's get a red ass in there.
Why not?
I'm kind of sick of him freaking out over
Let's
nothing.
get an allegation.
I'm good.
Harassing, mentally abusing students, like what was that, Mike Rice Jr.?
Yes,
Hey.
calling them
Yeah,
very
let's-
racist things.
Let's get a scandal going, huh?
It's like, hey guys,
And
they aren't good at the
scandal
fundamentals.
creates champions. What team that had scandal behind them wasn't a champion?
We haven't had a good coach scandal in the state of Oregon in basketball in, well, like, I don't know, 4 months?
I'm just saying, behind scandal there is success. UNLV, Michigan,
Bob Knight.
Kentucky.
Hey,
Think about any
Ohio
Bobby
State,
Knight, Ohio
Florida.
State. Any school that has some type of allegation behind them or something, they are great at what they do.
TCU.
Let's get it going.
All right, we're way over.
Let's go, UOP and Portland State. Let's get something brewing.
Let's have some fun with audio next. This guy having quite possibly the worst workday of his life. Do that next here on Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns?
I knew that I would not. So good. So good. I got you.
Sports Saturday. We are watching the Blazers game thanks to Rashad and his Fubo subscription. Very nice.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
We're
Thank
signing out as soon as we leave.
I kind of want to sign out already. Blazers losing 19-10 to the Charlotte Hornets.
Because they're wearing those stupid jerseys, man.
Yeah, they shouldn't be wearing these jerseys. It's the PDX carpet jerseys.
Come on, those are the best.
Ugh.
No, I just don't like you wearing those in Charlotte when those
with
are literally
the teal. Okay,
those
that
are
makes
literally
a
Charlotte's
lot of
colors.
sense.
Look at the color
Bad
Jordan
idea.
is dripped in right now.
Come
Of
on.
course he loves the jerseys.
If the Blazers went teal, which they did, my wife and I always made a pact with each other that we would buy all the teal gear. We did. We bought it all. We've got Dame jerseys, jackets, hats. It's all there.
Blazers off to a rough start, 19-10 in Charlotte halfway through the first quarter.
Was Scoot starting?
No, he was not.
He was not?
No, it was Drew
Oh,
Holiday.
well, that's
He just got subbed in though, so Scoot Henderson out there. It is now 20-10 after a made free throw. All right, two NBA notes here. This guy having possibly the worst workday of his life, and ESPN just making it all the worse. This happened last night in some NBA game. I don't know if it was. I think it was Cleveland versus. Who does Bickerstaff coach?
Oh,
Is that Houston?
Bickerstaff is Detroit.
Detroit. Excuse me. Between Detroit and Cleveland.
Fired Monty to replace him with Bickerstaff.
This is what happened last night in the game.
Check in with George Sedano. Find out what's going on with his horn, George.
So, guys, I'm here at the scorer's table, and there was a complete malfunction here, electrical-wise here at the scorer's table. You see this gentleman here working frantically to try to get everything reset. The clocks went out, the score went out across the building, and clearly you hear the horn still going off. And there's a level of frustration, obviously, here at the moment, trying to figure that out. I spoke to both coaching staffs, J.B. Bickerstaff's staff and Kenny Atkinson's staff, and I asked them, guys, have you ever dealt with anything like this at any level? They both shook their heads and said, no, this is definitely a first, Ryan.
I have a prediction. Yeah. When they get this to stop, it's going to be the biggest standing ovation that we have seen all year. That's my prediction. This crowd's going to go crazy.
Hey guys, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Imagine that going off.
The buzzer went off for like 5 straight minutes in the stadium.
Yo.
And what is so funny about this, the video that I pulled that audio from, they're literally like right at the scorer's table with a camera and George Sedano right in front of the dude frantically trying to fix this horn issue, and he can't figure it out. And they're just, we're right here. They're having an electrical problem. Clearly a lot of frustration from people in the building. If I'm the dude trying to fix this, I'm looking at George Sedano and be like, dude, get the F out of here. Please, leave.
Yeah,
leave.
hey, man, can you get this guy out of here, man? Yeah, what are we doing? Him.
An electrical issue, no S, George
Just
Sedano.
making it so much worse.
And filibuster about something else. Like, we get it. It's super. And mind you, that dude that person, whomever it was that was in charge of.
You should see the video. It was at one point he puts the hands to his head and does like the whole I don't know what the F is going on or how to fix this.
I remember one time
he did the surrender cobra is what he did.
I remember one time I was living in Vegas and my grandfather let me borrow his car. Oh man, I know. Shout out to my guy. I get it. These stories are always epic. We're talking Vegas, but not this one. But my grandfather lets me borrow his car, and. Some of the cars, if the wheel isn't kind of centered, you can't turn the key, right? And so and so it's one of those cars to where I unlock it and everything, and then the car won't start. And I know in a couple seconds the alarm is going to go off.
Oh boy.
And the alarm proceeds to go off, and it's 11:30 on a Tuesday night in this quiet residential area that I lived in and everything.
Start seeing lights turn on at houses, people coming out.
Seriously, and for 4 minutes, this alarm, which was super, super annoying, just went off, and I couldn't figure out how to stop it. It's essentially something like that, and I just couldn't figure out how to stop it. And I was so surrender cobra's no, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I can imagine this person being in the arena, all these people booing and pissed off because it's been on for a minute, now 2 minutes. now 3 minutes, and at that point, it's like,
it
oh my
showed
God.
some fans with fingers in their ear, covering their
Kids,
ears.
you know what I'm saying? Everything.
Kids
That's the
crying,
worst.
People fighting, stabbing each other. It was pure mayhem. Until
I'm gonna cry in the car, probably.
Worse than the malice at the palace, right?
Yeah, it was a mental malice.
I mean,
at the palace,
everybody wasn't fighting in the mouth. It was just that small little section right there. Like, if he was over here, you were good.
Everybody was fighting demons.
You know, usually the sounds that come like into the speakers in the arena, they are on like a volume fader, so you can like turn them up and down. It's kind of crazy, and I wonder if we'll start to have like scoreboards redesigned where you can control like the volume of that. Because that, if you could just fade that down, that'd be nice.
Pull
But
the
it's
amps
not.
out,
It's a system where whatever buttons you hit come out of this box essentially, and it's frozen. And I can't believe someone didn't go to find the plug. Like, can't you unplug the freaking scoreboard widget at the? I don't know. Just crazy.
Also,
It's
it's embarrassing.
In the NBA last night, is there any player that you would want to come fight you and come after you less than Nikola Jokic? Because I feel like an angry Nikola Jokic coming at you, grabbing you by your collar, that's a frightening image that I don't want to be on the opposite end.
Kick him in his shin so fast.
A scary, big, huge Serbian dude.
Yeah, that's
and
like
you've seen his brothers. Like that's.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those where it's like, yeah, don't make him angry. You
Man,
don't want to
listen,
see him angry.
And places like Serbia, like, they've had real conflict, real like war. Not that we haven't here in the States and everything, but like overseas is a different type of way to grow up. And so, yeah, Jokic is always such a cool, like, you know, happy-go-lucky, you know, I don't care, I'm just here to play basketball type thing. That was the first time that we've seen any type of emotion from Jokic in that way. Anytime he's ever bucked up on somebody, it's never been to that level. But
so what happened?
You didn't see his eyes.
I was going to get to that. So what happened? It was Denver inbounds the ball, and Jokic is running up the court, and Lou Dort, who has quickly become one of the dirtiest players in the league this season for some reason. He is just on one.
Yeah, he's become Draymond for no reason.
He does a little hip stick out to clip Jokic as he's running by, and Jokic, probably adds a little to it, falls, flops around a little bit. He was not happy with it, and it was pretty dirty by Dort.
It was hella dirty. Because he tripped him. He slicked, stuck the hip out there and then kind of the foot. And when you're coming off an injury, and this is what I think it was, Joe, Jokic is just kind of coming off of a bit of an injury. Didn't play that much in the All-Star game and stuff like that. Been a little banged up. So then you're trying to hit me with some dirty stuff. You throwing like a little elbow and everything, that's one thing. But you're using the hip, using your leg to trip me, like you could have hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, he blatantly stops what he's doing and plants and checks his body and hip checks Jokic. He got ejected for it. But Jokic got up after that, and he went right after Lou Dort. Jalen Williams, the better talented Jalen Williams. He ended up getting in Jokic's face, and him and Jokic were grabbing collars, and Jokic had this look in his eyes that it was insane. He looked like he wanted to kill Jalen Williams.
Yeah, and Jalen Williams looked like he wanted no parts of it. It's like seeing that happen was like, I remember watching that last night. I was like, holy hell, man. Jokic looks insane right now. Like,
and he was like smiling, like looking at him, like smiling,
yeah, I will do insane things to you. Is probably what he was saying. Like,
I feel like if I were Jalen Williams and I saw that look that Jokic gave, where he's like smiling, looking at it, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, he's probably speaking Serbian to him and everything like that. Oh my gosh, that's what a scary thing.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah,
wake up in the middle of the night with that image of Jokic in your head.
Yeah, right. I know they was in the locker room like, bro, did you see that? Did you see his eyes? I'm not messing with him.
Not only was he going to cook you on the court, but he was also going to murder you.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So no, I mean, I'm glad to see that though.
Break you.
Yeah,
he's not Russian, but close enough. That's Dolph Lundgren right there.
I'm really glad to have seen that though, because again, Jokic has been always like super, chill.
Well, and docile. The fact that he just got in Dort's face about that, because Lou Dort, he's just been
a menace,
kind of savage.
He's a great defensive player, but again, this year I think OKC's got a little bit of we just won the finals, so we're going to be a little bit more brash, a little bit more cocky, a little bit more play more physical in a way that we are going to get away with.
They're tired of everybody
Chris
calling him
Finch
sassy.
in the Timberwolves, he even said as much earlier in the season when he called out referees and be like, they are officiated different than everybody else. And so I appreciated Jokic running down Dort after that play and then looking like he wanted to murder Jalen Williams.
OKC's been getting called soft for a long time, and dare I say sassy by a lot of younger people, and a lot of people by, you know, just the players and kind of how they move off the floor, which is totally their business. But I think in hearing that, I think they've taken some exception to it and want to say, okay, well, we're going to touch some people up, you know what I'm saying, just so they know what it is out here. And so, yeah, they have been a little dirtier, but I think teams have been gunning at them a little harder. All of a sudden, you see guys are hurt more than they have been on OKC because they are getting touched up a little bit on the way to the basket and stuff. So, yeah.
All right, we're way up against it. Take a break and come back and do some Combine stuff. We got some records broken, some nice show out at the Combine from some Oregon players and other players. Do that next here, Sports Saturday. But first, Jordan with a Sports Center update.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Portland Trail Blazers already in action this morning on the road in Charlotte, facing off against the Hornets. You can watch it on KTU Channel 2.2. About a minute to go in the first quarter, and it's been all Charlotte so far, 25-14. Sits their lead over the Blazers at this point. Of course, no Denny Avdia. He's still dealing with back issues. Shaedon Sharpe going to be reevaluated in a month and a half or so. Jeremy Grant leading the Blazers, scoring with 6. Brandon Miller leading all scorers right now with 7. And on the college hardwood over on 1080, you got pregame happening for the Oregon Ducks v. Northwestern on the road to face the Wildcats this morning. Northwestern a 3.5-point favorite. Tip-off set for 11 over on 1080, and you can watch it on Big Ten Network. And finally, in a very busy day here in the Portland sports area, we've got the Portland Timbers on the road facing Colorado Rapids. That's a 1:30 start on Apple TV. Make sure you keep it locked here on the Fan Sports Network. Pregame gets going at 12:30. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schulte from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Heard missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the firm of Harris Sports Saturday, brought to you by Philbrook Law, Accident and Injury Lawyers, your local law team on the Fan Sports Network.
Welcome back in. Sports Saturday. Blazers' first quarter in Charlotte, early day matinee, just came to an end. First quarter, Hornets lead 29-17.
Poor Blazers, man. Just can't get it right.
What are you going to do when you're playing the most entertaining team in the NBA, the Charlotte Hornets?
They are very entertaining.
I just, oh my God, the Blazers are 0 for 10 from 3 to start the game.
Haven't been shooting well lately, you know.
That's not winning basketball, Rashad, as far as I'm concerned.
It's definitely not.
It's been one of their weakest points of the year, shooting threes.
Could have saw that coming into the season. NFL Combine going on right now. A couple Oregon players are out there, have recorded and posted some times and stuff. We got Dylan Thieneman, safety for the Oregon Ducks. Kenyon Sadiq, tight end for the Oregon Ducks, out there at the NFL Combine. Dylan Thieneman said earlier in the show, fast white, 4.35 in his 40-yard dash.
Damn.
That is, that's jarring. I didn't know that we could get that fast.
Man, like that's pretty impressive. I do, however, wish
Is that the fastest white 40 of all time in the NFL Combine history?
I don't know. Second was Brady. I don't know.
Second was Brady.
Yeah.
As far as fastest white man 40-yard dash?
Probably. No, I could imagine Christian McCaffrey and
I think he was faster than McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey, he finished with like a 4.47 or something like that.
Which is still super impressive. McCaffrey is a big-ass dude, man. So 4.47 is crazy work.
Yeah, I'd like to know that. I would like to know if there's an archive of somewhere where we can figure out what white guy had the fastest 40 of all time at the NFL Combine. But this was pretty timely because I don't know what the context of it was or why they were doing it or whatever. But ESPN had a graphic yesterday during one of their shows of, when you get a spam caller or scam or fraud, it will say like potential fraud at the top of the phone call. Well, it was like a picture of a phone that said potential fraud, and it had Kenyon Sadiq on there. So I don't know what they said during the segment or what the context was, but I guess they were saying that their Kenyon Sadiq could be a potential fraud in this year's draft. Well, Kenyon Sadiq decided to then have one of the best combine performances ever by a tight end. He ran a 4.39 40-yard dash.
Let's go.
The best ever by a tight end in the NFL Combine's history. He also recorded a 43.5-inch vertical jump. Again, a 43.5-inch vertical jump for a tight end. That is the second best ever by a tight end. And then his broad jump was 11 feet 1 inch, the third best ever by a tight end. 6'3", 245 pounds. Running a 4.39, jumping 43.5 inch. That is insane.
So don't mess with this dude because you can't run from him because he runs a 4.3 and you don't. Like, just for context, like he's a tight end that runs a 4.3. Like
4.39.
There are receivers in the NFL that didn't run a 4.3. Right? There are corners and safeties that don't run a 4.3.
Here's some more context for you. His top speed at the 40-yard dash was 23.2 miles per hour. That was the same for Jahmyr Gibbs, who is the running back for the Lions. Like, as you said, corners, receivers, running backs, hoping to get that fast. And Sadiq's doing that as a tight end.
Yeah, so we knew he was a beast. And
Sadiq doing it at 241 pounds versus Gibbs at 199.
If you're an Oregon fan or even somebody who's just from the Northwest, then you know how good Kenyon Sadiq has been. You know what a beast he is. He really looked like, man, just like a bodybuilder with shoulder pads on. Doesn't even look like he's wearing pads most of the time. I think he's just really that big. And so you throw in the fact that he can run the way he does, that he can catch the way he does. Like Kenyon Sadiq is going to be a problem in the NFL. Like whatever team gets him, I know one of the things Jordan kind of always harped on was like, why isn't he used more? Like, why isn't he used in more packages? I think Kenyon Sadiq is going to be used the way they use Christian McCaffrey or the way they use a
he's going to be
Deebo
a running
Samuel.
back now?
No, I'm saying the way they use Christian McCaffrey in running situations and passing situations and the way they use Deebo Samuel all around the field, I see him being one of those dudes.
Yeah, that last season in Oregon, I felt that, I mean, when you look over a 15-game sample size, he finished with like 570-something yards. I just think that was one of the biggest gripes of the Will Stein offense. I mean, there was a lot, but that's one of those. Like, you have an absolute, like, just specimen at tight end that can do everything for you, and he's getting 50 receptions and 500-something yards over 15 games.
Please,
you have a guy that allows you to be creative, and you're not being creative.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, I'm going to my created player every time.
Yeah, you can do things
every
outside
single
the box. Time. Like we talked about. You know, what was it's not Blake Corum, but it was the other Michigan tight end that was very similar. And I always get those two confused.
Michigan tight end, Loveland?
Yes, thank you. And the multi-threat that he was, for them. And Michigan runs the ball a lot more but than they pass. But, why didn't Oregon, line Sadiq up and instead of, just – handing it off. Yeah, you've got three great running backs there, sure, but why not try to mess with the offense or the defense? I never understood this. Just have him run across. It's a quick tight end handoff or whatever. So many stupid things that you've seen other teams do, and hopefully the NFL takes advantage of that.
To go over to Dylan Thieneman, his 40-yard dash. When you compare it to, this was a video on NFL's Twitter, but they superimposed his 40-yard dash over a few other players over the years.
Mm-hmm.
They did it over three receivers, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, and A.J. Brown, their combine runs. He was faster than all of them. Dylan Thieneman ran a 4.35. Justin Jefferson ran a 4.43. Stephon Diggs 4.46. A.J. Brown a 4.49. So he literally 1/10 of a second faster than just about every single one of those receivers. And in
special
40-yard dash, 1/10, that's a good amount of time. That is not 0.02, a whole 0.1 better than those three receivers and that speed. That's wild. Thieneman had a day yesterday.
No, yeah.
He earned himself a little bit more money.
If there's ever a day to have one of those, have a day.
41-inch vertical.
It's that day at the combine. If you can go out there and really perform, then you can see your stock just go through the roof, or you can see it completely plummet. The one thing I wish that we saw from the combine, though, was just padded drills. Maybe not anything with any contact, but catching the ball without any pads on and without the prospect of getting your head knocked off by a linebacker or a safety makes it a lot easier for you to go out and do those things. I wish there were more game simulated types of drills that these players could do. Right? I'm not even saying everything, but just give me shoulder pads and helmets like walkthroughs. Let me see how well you do there.
And I don't know if these are ranks as far as for the position or just – no, I think it's the position for safeties. He had the fourth best 40-yard dash, third best 10-yard split, second best vertical jump at 41 inches, and seventh best broad jump between all the safeties. So,
damn.
Dylan Thieneman, have yourself a day.
There you go. Good job, Thieneman.
And this is – I mean – say what you want. I mean, this is when Oregon players, when dudes like this have a show out at a combine, I just would think as a recruit or someone who is at Oregon or maybe looking to transfer, you see something like that and they're like, dude, Oregon's producing dudes out there. Or at least taking transfers and taking them to the next level. Because Thieneman obviously transferred from Purdue last year. It's like they're taking these really good players and making them great athletes.
Yeah. So if you're out there and you're at a Wake Forest or you're at a Cincinnati or a team that's just not going to get much attention from the rest of the country, maybe going to an Oregon, maybe going to something like that. Yeah, that might be a good look for you because they are going to be on TV every week.
All right, take a quick break, wrap up this show next. Fan Sports Network.
The Standard Portland Classic welcomes the Portland Golf Show, March 6th through the 8th at the Expo Center. Get bonus golf, free balls, and more while they last. Test
All right, wrapping things up here on Sports Saturday. Thank you for everybody tuning in, hanging out with us. Active YouTube chat today, including some guy that our page was randomly suggested to him from. He lives in Denver.
It's always cool.
Word? Good luck.
Yeah, he says that that our page was suggested, so he got a little Portland love. And hey, we even gave him some Denver love, talking about Jokic and his insane, crazy eyes.
They're so lucky, man. Just thinking, the last couple of years, Denver has had the Nuggets win a championship. The Broncos compete for a championship, damn near close,
and win one. I mean, what was that? 10
couple
years
ago? Yeah, they won. No, they went to a couple, but won one of those. You know what I mean?
What year was that?
Was that 14 when the Seahawks won?
Well, no, I'm thinking of when they
when they won
when
the
they
Panthers.
Beat the Panthers.
Was that the year prior, or I can't remember.
I thought that was like 2015, 2016, something like that.
Something like that.
13,
they lost.
14, 15.
They lost the first one, then they won the second one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So they went like
they didn't run the ball in the second one. But the first one,
2016. That was when they beat the Panthers.
So yeah, within the 3-year stretch, they went to 2 Super Bowls and won one. You had Peyton Manning for that whole stretch, you know. So yeah, I mean, if you're in Denver, you're loving life. Weed is legal there. Like
it's true.
You're loving life.
Looking at some mock drafts, NFL mock drafts. Mel Kiper on ESPN. Dylan Thieneman, I like his speed. He's got oily hips. He's a real gamer. I really like what I see from the safety out of Oregon. That's a good Mel Kiper, right?
That's a pretty good Kiper.
That'll do.
Get 7 seconds on every player in the draft.
I have him going 18 to the Minnesota Vikings. They really need help in the back end of that defense, and I like how he's white.
Oh, that's not Kiper.
Whoa, Mel! What the hell was that?
That's not Kiper. But
that's Mike Rice Jr.
Like that.
What are you talking about?
But yeah, he's got Dylan Thieneman going 18th overall, first round to the Vikings, and I absolutely hate this. He has Kenyon Sadiq going number 23 to the Philadelphia Eagles. I swear to God.
Ooh.
I swear.
I mean, it's not going to matter if they don't get him the ball. Like, if the Eagles aren't trying to throw the ball, you're just going to have this really, really good dude.
They're just
they're
getting him for tush push to start running the tush push instead of Jalen.
Yeah,
that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, I suppose.
What is it? Tankathon also has their own mock draft as well. Let's see.
Are there truly 18 players in this draft better than Kenyon Sadiq?
18 players?
Well, you said he's talking about being drafted number 18.
Well,
and I know it's all based on need and everything like that. But
Caleb Downs for Ohio State. I mean, he's going to go top 10, top 5. He's really, really good.
The draft really is also based on what those positions mean to teams.
Yeah, exactly.
And
what you need and everything.
Yeah, a tight end isn't as.
But if we were just ranking players, right?
I mean,
ranking available players.
I would probably put David Bailey above him as well, the Texas Tech defensive end.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, Sonny Styles. I don't know if you saw some of the numbers he was putting up at the combine, linebacker.
I haven't seen any combine stuff.
Go take a peek. I'll pull up some of his stuff because Sonny Styles. You want to talk about a guy who won the combine? That some of the numbers he was putting up there were ridiculous. But Tankathon.com, they have Kenyon Sadiq going 15th to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm down with that. I like that. I don't mind that. And then they got Dylan Thieneman first round going 26 overall to the Bills. I like that too.
Wow, 118, 126.
I mean, it's looking like, based off of what Dylan Thieneman yesterday, I think he earned himself a first-round pick.
I think he's a top 20 pick if you look at that speed.
He was floating around kind of second-round territory before the combine. The performance that
he's definitely going to move up.
Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely going to move up and get himself a nice little payday. So
100%.
Good for you.
Yeah, and it'd be really cool one of these years if, we had this conversation about a quarterback showing up to the combine and improving his draft stock. It's crazy to me how all these other players, even position players, skill players, wide receivers, running backs, defensive backs in this case, wow, what an increase in money and draft stock that he just had. Yet if you're a quarterback, you're like, nah, I don't want to do that.
The quarterback is really the only position that things can get ruined for you at the
Can't
combine.
they not get if you're fat and you show up and you run slower than you were playing in the regular season, can you not do the same exact thing as a whatever position you are at?
I suppose, but you don't build your team around your offensive line. You don't build your team around a defensive end. You build it around a quarterback. And so when they go there and they're trash, they're ass at the combine, it's never a good thing.
Sonny Styles, linebacker from Ohio State, 6'5", same as Calvin Johnson, 244, 3 pounds lighter than Derrick Henry, 43.5-inch vertical. Same as Nate Robinson's max vertical.
Man, that's windmilling every single time you go up if you want to.
4.46 40-yard dash, same as Bijan Robinson. 135-inch broad jump, same as Julio Jones.
So you're telling me he's
as
pretty
a linebacker.
Telling me he was pretty good then, huh? Jeez Louise.
That he's getting himself probably a top 5 pick right there. Linebackers don't usually go that high. I think
all those skills equate to him being arguably the best linebacker in the league.
It's 43.5-inch vertical, the first highest since 2003 for anyone over 6'4", and it was the first highest since 2003 for anyone over 240 pounds. So, yeah, Sonny Styles, he made himself a lot of money at the Combine this weekend. And we made a lot of money today. Just insane amount of money being here.
Yeah.
Doing this show.
Yeah. Tens of dollars.
It's just it's insane. Don't know what I'm going to spend it on.
Gas?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Takes care of a bill or two.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that does it for us on this Saturday. Appreciate all the listeners out there hanging with us, even the ones from Denver.
Especially
that randomly
the ones from Denver.
got suggested our page to them. So, Jordan Schultz, thank you as always. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Love you all.
Rashad Taylor, appreciate you as always.
My man.
And appreciate you, everybody out there hanging out with us on this Sports Saturday. We will catch you next week at 9 a.m. Peace.